Feeling overwhelmed by the challenges of being a single parent? You are not alone. Welcome to Single Parent Reset. I'm Orla, a life coach for single parents, and I'm here to help you feel calmer, more confident, and more in control of your journey as a single parent. If you are new to the podcast, welcome along. It's great to have you here. And if you are a regular listener, thank you so much for coming back. I hope your week is going well. For me, I had my son's birthday at the weekend, and it was chaotic as a 7-year-old's birthday can be, but it was fun and I really enjoyed myself. But it did remind me of something that can really be a challenge for single parents. Because birthdays and birthday parties, these are the high moments, these are the moments that we can enjoy. But in fact, sometimes as single parents, it's the high moments that can be really, really hard to deal with and actually can almost feel lower than the low moments. So that's what we're going to talk about today, how to deal with the high moments and actually enjoy them and embrace them for all that they are, even when sadness can creep in. Because parenting alone, it can at times come with a lot of low moments, which means we more than deserve to truly embrace those high moments when they come. So let's take a breath and reset together. When I first became a single parent, one thing that I really didn't expect was that when the high moments would come along, sometimes they could plunge me into a real sadness when I turned around and realised that I didn't have that person to share this high moment with, or this moment, yes, it's a great moment, but it's just not feeling or looking how I thought it should. And I know how common this is with the clients that I work with, having to navigate not just the low moments alone, but also being confronted with a whole new level of loneliness and isolation when these high moments come along. And it can be in the big moments, like the birthday party I was talking about, my son's birthday, or you get a promotion, or something goes really, really well for you in your life. But also it can be in the small moments when your kids do something really, really funny or do something amazing at school. You just feel like you don't have anyone to share it with, and it just stings that bit more. But it does not need to be this way. And today we're going to talk about how to navigate the high moments and truly relish in them and celebrate them for all of the fantasticness that they are. So first of all, let's look at what's actually going on for you in the moment. It could be for you that you are missing having a partner to share this amazing holiday with. Or it could be a really proud moment at a parent-teacher meeting that your child has got rave reviews at, feeling twinged with sadness because you are having to share this moment with a co-parent you would rather not be sharing it with. Or it could be a weekend trip that you've imagined doing with someone else and it just doesn't hit the same without that person. Or it could be a personal achievement that you've worked so hard for and no one has seen the work you put in for it and no one's there to celebrate it with you. It's going to hit differently for everyone in different situations, but one thing is for sure, there are times when good things are going to happen that will bring a magnifying glass to everything that isn't going right for you. And these feelings, they can consume you and suddenly overshadow any joy that was trying to creep in. And I want to say something to you. This is completely normal. Do not think you're doing anything wrong or there's something wrong with you. So what I want you to do the next time guilt, shame, or sadness overshadows any joy you're supposed to be experiencing is, first of all, accept that yes, there are some tough feelings that are rising for you right now, and that is okay. Whatever it is for you, rather than getting annoyed with the sadness that is there, try to learn to actually accept it. For example, let's say you're on a family holiday and suddenly you are not feeling great. It is absolutely okay if you feel lonely or even heartbroken that this holiday isn't what you imagined. These emotions, they are real and they absolutely matter. And trying to push them away will usually just make the sadness even louder. So what I encourage you to do is name the feelings that you're feeling, those harder ones. It could be I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling disappointed, or I'm missing having connection. And the more you can do this, the more that you can accept how you're feeling and name the feeling, the more the power of it dissipates. And this sitting with the tougher emotion and letting it in, it takes time and it takes practice. But allow yourself to feel all the emotions rather than letting that one negative emotion completely rush in and take over any joy that was there. Gently welcome it in and greet it with kindness. And the next thing you can do to help minimize these more difficult emotions that are getting in the way of you enjoying the high moments is you can reframe that negative voice in your head to allow space for the joy. So, for example, you could be saying to yourself, I should be sharing this with someone. And you could reframe this to, I'm fully present for this moment and that counts. I'm witnessing this joy and that matters. Or going back to the holiday example, you could say, this isn't the holiday I imagined, but it is still creating memories. I'm here, I'm safe, I'm present. There's still something good happening, even if it looks different than expected. Another great way to shift you to experiencing more joy in the moment is gaining some perspective. Look ahead at the memories that you are creating right now. Imagine yourself in 5 years' time looking back at this moment and all of the memories that you are creating right now. For me, I know when I look back now with the first year when I separated, there are so many good memories and moments in my camera roll. At the time, they didn't truly feel like it, but now I'm so glad they're there and I'm so glad I did those things. So when you're in the moment and it's feeling hard to find that joy, remind yourself you're creating memories and imagine you in a few years' time looking back at this moment fondly. And a great reminder when you're struggling to embrace the joy is to remind yourself that you are, in fact, allowed to experience this joy. Do not let guilt overshadow any experience of joy that you want to have. Give yourself the permission to experience the joy. And another thing that can really help you is having an anchoring mantra to keep you in the moment. And it can be as simple as, I'm here, I'm enough, and I'm present. So instead of expecting the perfect emotion, notice that joy can coexist with the hard feelings. This isn't failure, it is just reality sometimes. High moments, they do not erase all of the hard stuff, but they can shine alongside it. So now that we've looked at what you can do in the moment, which is accepting and acknowledging the feelings that you're feeling, reframing that negative voice, and looking ahead and gaining perspective, alongside also keeping yourself present in the moment, giving yourself permission to allow the joy. The next thing I want to do is actually talk about some practical actions that you can do to start helping you really embrace joy in your life. The first thing is sharing with others. Just because you don't have that person in your home with you does not mean you cannot share with others. So be it picking up the phone and calling a friend when something good happens, or sharing it on WhatsApp groups, share it with others, or even doing things with other people. You do not need to do everything alone. Invite your friends on holidays, go on day trips with friends, include other people in your joy. Another great practice is actually journaling. At the end of your day, you could say, what joyful things happened to me? And see if you can write 2 or 3 things joyful that happened for you. And the more you can do this, the more you can start realizing the amount of high moments that are peppered throughout your day. And a personal favourite of mine is printing pictures. Print pictures of the high moments and have them all over your house. And they will remind you that you are creating memories. So when you're in the high moments that feel more challenging, you can remember to take a picture and know that in a few years' time, it will be a memory to look back at. And one that is a really fun one, especially if you've got young kids, is a scrapbook. Collect all the fun things from the high moments that you have and create a scrapbook of memories so that you have that to look at to remind you of all the joy and all the high moments that you're creating in your life. Doing this journaling, printing pictures and having a scrapbook, they're great rituals for celebration. Pick one that works for you and make sure you're allowing time to actually celebrate the things that are going well in your life. And finally, the last one I want to share is prepare ahead. If you know you're going to have a big moment for you that you know is supposed to be high, that maybe will feel like a low, prepare ahead. Get yourself in the headspace before of being kind to yourself, reminding yourself of the mantras we've spoken about, and even ask a friend to come along. Let's say, for example, you're going to a family wedding, which you know is going to be a great day out because you're so happy for the person getting married, but maybe it will feel a bit tricky for you. Ask, can you bring a friend? Do anything you can do to bolster yourself around the moment so you can embrace all of the goodness in the moment when it's there. So, Being a single parent, there is no doubt about it. There are times where unfortunately those high moments can sting really hard, but that does not mean you do not deserve to enjoy them. With a little bit of reframing and a little bit of practical actions, you too can start to truly enjoy all of those high moments again. So what's getting in the way of you truly enjoying the high moments, and what's one small mindset reframe or action you can take today to make sure you fully embrace life's highs when they come your way? Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. If you've enjoyed it, I'd love if you could share it with just one other single parent who maybe is struggling to embrace those highs at the moment. And if you want to hear more about the work that I'm doing, the best place is to go to my website, which is solascoaching.com. That's SOLAS coaching.com. And on there, you'll see about the one-to-one coaching that I do. And also all the work that I'm doing in workplaces where I'm going in and doing groups for single parents and doing wellbeing sessions for single parents and a whole host of other things as well. So check out my website or follow me on LinkedIn as well, or Donahue, or Instagram at Solas Coaching. Thank you so much again for listening to this week's episode. Next week's episode, I'm not going to be here because it is Easter holidays coming up. So I will be back after the Easter holidays. So look after yourself during these Easter holidays and speak to you soon.